I grew up believing that Wendy's was the better fast food chain. It was a real treat to go there, and while McDonald's had a clown named Ronald and Burger King had their self-proclaimed Burger King, Wendy's seemed more down-to-earth with their logo, the Wendy's Girl. Wendy's burgers were vastly different, in my opinion, superior to McDonald's and Burger King. However, they were square instead of round. In this training video from 1989, Dave Thomas tells us why the patties are square.
We pattied it in squares, so the hamburger hangs over the side of the bun. So they'll hang over the edge of the bun.
I'm sorry, why are they square again?
It's pattied into squares so that the meat hangs over the bun.
In January of 2002, Dave Thomas died, leaving behind his legacy of quality as a recipe for high-quality hamburgers. The problem was that shortly after Dave Thomas died, I noticed a sudden drop in the quality of the food at Wendy's. The food was no longer any better than McDonald's or Burger King. The hamburgers were small and dry, and the buns tasted old. Then in 2004, a video called Super Size Me was released, and it made me rethink fast food altogether. Suddenly, places like McDonald's and Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell no longer seemed appealing, and no matter how hungry I was. In 2005, I moved to California and was introduced to several more fast food chains I had not had access to in New York, such as Carl's Jr. and In-N-Out Burger. Just when it seemed like my self-control was fading, another video, Fast Food Nation, came out in 2006, and once again I was grossed out enough about fast food to not want to see any, much less eat any. But in 2013, some colleagues were eating, and someone had some food from Wendy's. I explained that after watching Super Size Me and Fast Food Nation, I could not bring myself to eat there. I then explained how the quality seemed to nosedive after Dave Thomas's death, and they told me that the company had been on a mission to improve quality and that things had improved since then. I still wasn't able to bring myself to try a burger there, but I did decide to try some chicken nuggets. Over the course of the year, I had chicken nuggets from Wendy's several times a month. The only thing that seemed to lack at the time was consistency. Sometimes they were cold and dry, other times hot and fresh. It was a crapshoot. Then one day I ordered some, and when I got back to work I realized they gave me a 5-piece of the regular ones and a 5-piece that were spicy. I had never had these before and was very surprised at first, thinking my nuggets were bad or had been accidentally dipped in hot sauce. I also noticed that instead of 5 pieces there were actually 4 of each. For whatever reason, they switched to 4 and 6 pieces instead of 5 pieces. So August came up and I was getting sick of the nuggets and the changes and the lack of consistency, and I finally decided to break down and try a burger. But I wanted to start small, so if I wasn't happy I wasn't out much money. I ordered a junior cheeseburger with ketchup and mustard. I didn't want anything else on there covering up the taste of the burger. When I got back to work, I anxiously opened my burger to find this. My mind immediately flashed back to the 1984 Wendy's commercial.
It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
At the same time, I felt cheated. I mean, after all, Dave Thomas said the patties were square so they would hang over the bun.
We pattied it in squares, so the hamburger hangs over the side of the bun.
But clearly I had to go digging in this burger just to find the patty. I took one look at the burger and thought,
See, this is what I'm talking about. Turn around, look at that. You see what I mean? It's plump, it's juicy, it's 3 inches thick. Now, look at this sorry, miserable, squashed thing. Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this picture? Anybody? Anybody at all?
here is what it should look like according to the menu. And here's what it actually looked like. A sorry, miserable, squashed thing. And that was the end of my burger experience at Wendy's. Now I do want to be fair, I did give them 3 more tries to get the new chicken nuggets right. And I don't know what they did, but they seem to make the same mistakes as McDonald's, which is to change the recipe from halfway decent to fail on their nuggets. The problem is the new nuggets seem to have more, extra parts in them. When I'm chewing a nugget and I hit what feels like cartilage or gristle in there, it ruins my appetite. That stuff wasn't there before, it shouldn't be there now. And considering Wendy's history of commercials attacking competitors' chicken nuggets for this very thing...
Those nibbits some hamburger places serve are actually processed chicken.
Excuse me, but what was that in there?
It's chicken.
Chicken.
Processed.
Processed?
That's like when they take a lot of chickens and assemble the respective parts.
What parts?
What parts?
Different parts.
Parts is parts.
I think it's safe to say the quality I have come to expect from Wendy's is gone, along with Dave Thomas.